Greetings, my fellow YouTubers and everyone out there. I am Joel, aka the Big D of Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews, back again with another ranking list in movies that came out just once I was born. And this time around, I'm going to 1983. Yeah. There was lots of good flicks out there, but I picked only 12 for this list. So if you have a favorite movie from this era that didn't make my list, that's just my opinion. But if you have a favorite, let me know in the comment section once you finish seeing this vid. Anyway, coming in at number 12, I kind of picked an underrated movie though, and that movie would be Krull. Now, I did see this again for the first time last year on the Comet channel. Yeah, I sometimes watch that channel since it's got sci-fi and horror and what have you. Yeah, it's not too bad of a movie. This movie didn't do so well. It's kind of a space-age swashbuckling flick about this prince who goes after this future princess from this beast and its teleporting black castle, and well, the hero takes on the baddies with this razor-bladed star-like boomerang. Yeah. I can also remember, because I mostly have fond memories of it from an old Atari 2600 game my brothers had. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's pretty good in a way. I think you might want to check it out if you've never seen it. Next, at number 11 is a movie I do have fond memories of. And that movie would be Daffy Duck's movie, Fantastic Island. Now, this came out a year after the third Bugs Bunny movie, which was 1001 Rabbit Tales, which unfortunately didn't make the 1982 Flicks list, which that movie is good. But this movie's pretty funny in a way. As much as I am a Bugs Bunny fan, I'm a Daffy Duck fan too. He and Speedy Gonzales are stranded on a deserted island for so long, tries to get pirate Yosemite Sam's attention, and soon they come across a wishing wheel, and Daffy wishes to be a superhero, and that's when we see kind of clips of the cartoon Stupor Duck, which is one of my favorites. Then at the end, the ending of the cartoon, we see Daffy coming back down to Earth, and he's upset. And he wishes the island to make it better, and soon it happens. Everything turned into like a Fantasy Island spoof, where we see other Looney Tunes characters paying Daffy a handful of money just to get a little old penny and drop it in the wishing well. Enough said. Until Sam comes along, and well, it takes a twist at the end. I won't really tell, because if you've not seen this, I'd say see it. If you are a Looney Tunes, or Merry Melodies, what have you, fanatic, you're into Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. All those are Looney Tunes. Next, at number 10, here's another underrated movie, and this is a teen flick, and that's Spring Break. Now, although I've only seen this twice, but I do have that in a collection of teen flicks, along with Hard Bodies, which unfortunately didn't make the list. I forgot about that. And Mischief, which that was from 1985, and I'm sure it's going to be making my 85 flicks list. But this movie's pretty underrated. It was directed by Sean Cunningham, you know, the guy who gave us the original Friday the 13th, and also worked on other types of movies like The Last House on the Left with Wes Craven, as well as House, which I'm going to try and watch that and review that, and lots of others. It's about these two nerds who go to an inexpensive hotel and find out their room's been booked by two other dudes, so they share it. And meanwhile, some jerk is planning to buy the hotel for himself. Meanwhile, one of the dude's stepdad learns that he's not been helping him with his political campaign and goes after him with the other nerd's mom. This movie's got some funny moments and stuff, If I watch it again, I might do a review. You never can tell. It's not too bad, though. Just don't hear much about it. Next at number 9 is Cujo. Based on Stephen King's book of the same name with Dee Wallace from E.T. and also Danny Pintauro, who the following year would be playing Tony Danza and Judith Light's son on TV's Who's the Boss. Yeah, of course, you probably know about this. This was probably the earliest Stephen King book-based movie I have actually seen before I even took the time to watch Pet Sematary or Silver Bullet. Anyway, that's of course about the Saint Bernard who gets bitten by a bat and becomes a real rabbit killer. Yeah. If you have yet to see this, I'd say see it. Now I'll do a little imitation for you to let you know what number 8 is. Say hello to my little friend! That's right, Scarface. With Al Pacino, Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah, I'm gonna say I had enjoyed this flick. I know this movie kind of got a little bit of mixed reception, but I still have the 2 videos set that when the movie celebrated its anniversary in 2003, I believe. Yeah, my brother, who we sadly lost, 9 years ago, he gave me that, and I was very happy to have it, and I got to see all sorts of cool things after that. That movie's pretty intense and what have you. I know it's got tons of language and violence and what have you, but still, that was pretty intense. Oliver Stone directed this. It's not bad of a flick. I mean, I liked Al Pacino's portrayal as Tony Montana, aka the title character. It's real good. Next, at number 7, and this is a flick I just watched a week ago again on Prime, as I've also seen it here on YouTube, which is where I was introduced to this, and that would be Sleepaway Camp. Now, I've already done a review on this. Now, I love this movie now even more. Yeah, these cousins go to camp, and, soon in the end, this is kind of like just a twist and turns and what have you, like Psycho or Halloween or Friday the 13th. Yeah, more Friday the 13th than those two, where we don't even know who the killer is until the ending, which is a bit of a major shock. And again, you'd be in for a rude awakening if you see the ending, if you got the guts and glory to watch this movie all the way through. But I do love Sleepaway Camp. Characters are really good. Felicia Rose is good as Angela, main character. Anyway, next at number 6, here's another flick I recently watched on Prime not so long ago, and that's Flashdance. Although the film kind of got dissed heavily by big-time critics, I've finally come to realize this movie's not too bad. It's about this young lady who's a welder at a steel mill and has hopes and dreams of becoming a big-time dancer and, a ballerina. So she turns to her friend, who happens to be a ballerina. Sorry, I got my words mixed up. And, she soon has the right moves. It actually features the song Flashdance, Oh What a Feeling, which was a hit for Irene Cara 40 years ago. Anyway, I've recently saw this. I don't remember seeing this long ago, but I've been wanting to check this out. I've had thoughts on it anyway. It's a good movie. You might like it if you give it a shot. It was one of those many movies that had a pretty darn good soundtrack. Okay, next at number 5, and this is a movie couple of my buddies recently reviewed. That was Derek from Derek's Horror Corner and Lee from Liebelman. Check those 2 guys out. They collaborated to do the whole series of this, and this is their second one, Psycho 2. Anthony Perkins is back as Norman Bates. I loved his performance. We got Vera Miles back from the first one. We got Meg Tilly, she's good. The cast was pretty good and all. We do get to see Dennis Franz long before TV's NYPD Blue. Yeah, I gotta say, it's not too bad. It's pretty decent follow-up. Next, at number 4 is Risky Business, the film that put a certain Tom Cruise on the map long before he even was big in Top Gun 3 years later, which that's possibly, well, not possibly, but definitely going to be on my 1986 flicks list when I do it. I have yet to do others. But anyway, Risky Business was good. I've seen it twice, I believe. It also has, I know there's some other, people that's in it. Nicholas Pryor from Damien Omen 2 is Cruise's character's dad, and Curtis Armstrong, who of course will go on to play Dudley Booger Dawson in Revenge of the Nerds the following year, which you'll see that on my 1984 movie list coming up once I'm done with this. About this guy who really gets into a bit of a situation, and soon, with the help of this here prostitute, opens up turns his parents' house into a brothel to pay for the repairs to his folks' car. Yeah. Believe this might have some steamy, sexy moments in it, but still it's pretty cool. It's got the memorable scene where, Cruise's character comes down the shirt and bloomers and dances to Old Time Rock and Roll by Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. Definitely classic. If you have not seen this, I'd recommend you should check out. I've been having thoughts about adding this to my collection, but we'll see. Okay, now for the final 3, I'm going to try and be rapid fire in a way. Number 3 is National Lampoon's Vacation with Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo. Now, you can't go wrong with something like this. This movie is definitely a classic. After I've seen it unedited finally, I come to like this movie. Now, I do like European Vacation, but that unfortunately won't be making one of the lists from the year it came out. However, Christmas Vacation, which has now become a favorite of mine, will possibly be making the year it came from list. But I gotta say, it was really funny. I mean, I loved the characters. It was really funny. The Griswold family is definitely pretty darn funny. Wally World was definitely a funny place. I mean, especially when they try again when it's closed. Oh well, it's like they say, nobody's perfect. Okay, number 2, and unfortunately, sorry to disappoint y'all, you probably would have this as your top favorite. This was the top movie of 1983. Unfortunately, it's number 2 for me, and from 1983, and that would be Return of the Jedi, aka Star Wars Episode 6. Now, don't get me wrong, I do love this because you get to see, more of who we saw in the last movie, like Lando Calrissian, Boba Fett, but we also get to see Jabba the Hutt, a real creepy character, and of course the Ewoks, which I love these little guys because I used to watch their Saturday morning cartoon, which came out a couple of years later. But we get to see all the other characters. Final battle against the Chancellor, the Emperor, Chancellor Palpatine, aka Darth Sidious. It's good. You get to see Darth Vader unmasked. But unfortunately, it's number 2 because I don't care much for them. And Hayden Christensen, the guy who played, the new Darth Vader in the prequels to the remastered version. Sorry. Okay, number 1 is A Christmas Story, directed by Bob Clark, who had recently directed Porky's a few years before this, and he also directed Black Christmas. So you can't go wrong with this. This is a good Christmas flick. I'm taking the time to like this now. With Ralphie and his family, you'll shoot your eye out, kid. Yeah, that's what the Santa says. That's very classic. I do love it. That's all. Well, what do you think? Please feel free to let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe. Thank you for watching. See my 1984 flicks list coming up soon. I'm the Big D. Until next time, see ya!